Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips that I've gotten from playing the game. Things that I think will help out your experience, help you enjoy it more, help you have an easier time with it. Really quick, this is going to come from the perspective of a person playing on hard mode with all the restrictions on, so keep that in mind. This may not all be applicable to a normal playthrough, but if it works on hard mode, it probably works on your version of the game as well. Anyway, before we jump into it, boom! Thank you to the members and to the supporters of the Plat. The Plat appreciates it, and the Plat gives back to the Plat army. That's all. Now, let's jump into it. Oh, if you want to support the Plat, a couple bucks a month, consider doing that. If you don't want to do it, that's okay. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment. That would be awesome. Now, number one, probably the most simple one, but I think it's something that people could easily forget about. Don't forget about the sauna. The sauna is a very powerful mechanic. So it's very easy to tell if you have the sauna buff. If you look at your characters here, as you can see right here on the bottom where I'm at. No, let's go look at Cassandra. It doesn't matter. But if you look next to their name, there's going to be a little green boy resting in a thing. She doesn't have it. But look at Noah here, right? You see right next to his name and his face, there's a little green boy there that has a little, it looks like, I guess they're in a sauna. So this means you have the sauna buff on, ready to go. Now, if you're having a trouble with any boss past the midpoint of the game, this is usually going to be a pretty viable way to ensure that you destroy the boss. This gives you healing at the start of every single turn for the entirety of battle. I've never had it wear off in battle. And most of the time, if you're going to go in and fight a boss, you could leave the dungeon, teleport back to Avalon, use the sauna, and then go back. It's a little bit of a roundabout way to do it, but it doesn't work in the mysterious room. But outside of that, it should work literally anywhere. Let's just go find a fight in the Dappled Forest really quick, and we'll kind of give you a quick little demonstration. There's not really any bosses that I still have to do, I don't think. Let's just do a fight out here. But I use this, for example, tactically when I was doing Momo's boss fight. In order to get Momo, you have to fight like a squid thing, which was, it was a fun fight. But I couldn't do it the first time. And, I could have just like probably gotten my tactics up, but I just went to the sauna. And I came back, and it wasn't even close. I destroyed that fight. So you can see we get HP up. Let's just have everyone defend. Return magic, defend, confirm. Papoobie. So let's take a look here, right? They're going to go. They're going to miss because they're chumps. They have no stats. And then at the start of the turn, you get a little bit of a heal. Now, it's not an insane heal, but you don't want to underestimate how powerful a heal is at the beginning of every single turn. So number 2 here. This is one thing that's a little cheesy, but it's something you absolutely can do. You could leave your game on overnight to get items. To get items, money, that kind of stuff. And it's probably viable to do if you don't mind leaving your game on. But whenever you're gone, and it's very important here, when time is passing in the game, nothing may not happen now because I just did it. But if we go to Avalon like this. All right. If I leave my game on for 8 hours like this right here, nothing is going to happen. I'm going to get no items, no money, no nothing. However, if I hit A, now 8 hours, I will get items, money, that kind of stuff. What items are you going to get? It's basically going to be, you're going to have to go and get to the guild, right? The guild, you can send employees. You can send, I mean, they're kind of employees, I guess, citizens out for unpaid labor to collect resources, right? So you come here, these take 30 minutes to go past. I don't even have any out right now, I don't think, but you can send 1, 2, 3. You can look for these mysterious items, and then you just let that run for 8 hours. You're going to come back, you're going to get, 100,000 plus money, all the items you need in order to upgrade this into the, these things to the next stage. So that is a really good way to get a bunch of resources. I did it one time for like 4 hours, right? So it's not super needed, but if you're struggling with your money early on, in the mid game, this absolutely could be a way to get you just to progress when you're going to bed. That way you wake up, you don't need to worry about it anymore. Another thing, when you're looking at characters, tip number 3, stats are king. All right. Stats are king. When you're setting up your runes and stuff, there's a lot of like equipment and runes that do these things like resist poison, increase your blah, 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 blah. Let's just look at some stuff here, right? Like even this is like, oh, it gives you 20 magic defense and armor, or 30 magic defense, or S armor. A lot of times, even like extra SP, most of these greatly increases counter rate. Almost all this shit is bad. Almost always it's bad. Increases lens seal resistance. How fucking often does that happen? I don't know if I've seen that status element. I literally don't know if I've seen that status element in the game. And I've beaten every boss in the game at least once, right? I don't know if I've seen that. Even in normal fights, it doesn't matter. So stats are king. What you want typically is you want your defenses, you want your attacks, mostly attacks. Defenses are important, but a low defense character getting a little more defense usually doesn't make the difference too much. Maybe they go from getting 2-shot to getting 3-shot. That could be kind of nice, but for the most part, stats are king. Things that increase your stats are going to be really good, and things that don't increase your stats are going to be bad. This is especially true, I feel like, more than equipment in the rune world. If you're going to come over here to like the runes, you don't want... I don't even think gaining 2 SP a turn is that good, and this is considered a powerful one. Gaining more strength is good, right? When it comes to like an all slot, usually having like poison resistance, fire resistance, blunt resistance, martial resistance, these are usually not that good. Sometimes they can be. Runic quick movement, I mean, that's kind of nice, I guess. I don't know why this is in the game, but you know, it could be good. But typically you're just going to want more and more damage is going to make the game easier, right? Having a rune of tremendous power, giving you 15% more attack. Boom, let's go. Having this giving you an extra 20% attack. Boom, let's go. That's going to be the kind of stuff that you want. Stats are king. Using fancy spells, using fancy hero combos, using fancy special SP runes and skills. They're kind of fun to look at. They've got cool animations, but they're almost all bad. Auto attacking with high stats is almost always going to be the most powerful thing, with a few exceptions, like Francesca's hero combo to heal everybody and give them an attack boost. But other than that, honestly, you just smack things, and then you occasionally use magic for healing, and even more occasionally, you're going to use magic for damage, and even then, it's going to be 2 or 3 attacks, and then you're done until you go back and rest at an inn. Another thing that I think is probably, it's a little bit of a tip, it's more of a quality of life thing. One of the very first things I do, like I did when I played this game, is you come over here to the battle plan, you go party strategy, go to the party strategy, fight without using NP. It is so fucking annoying when you're trying to just do auto battle to get through like trash mobs, and then they start using all of their MP. Your healers start using their MP to attack because there's the one healing spell in that one water rune, or your other characters with limited MP but good magic just use it to kill trash mobs when their auto attacks do almost the same damage. Absolutely, just set this, make this work. This is the way to go. This is kind of a free one. The other one that I wanted to include is when you go into longer dungeons, again, I've mentioned this one before, but do the MP battery trick. The MP battery idea is basically on your backline here, you have Cassandra as your support, and then in your backline here, you just find characters and you equip them with runes of healing, right? Runes of water. And then whenever you have characters that are low, that way you don't have to use a bunch of items. This is especially good in the early game, but it could even be viable later on. Equip your, switch your characters in and heal everyone up, and you could push them back to where they go. And that way you get basically all the free healing you ever want, and you never have to pay for it because you have so many basically batteries in the bank full of MP ready to get you up to max whenever you want. And finally is going to be the experience. This one's probably the most powerful. If you want to get through the game incredibly easy and trivialize it, you want to do experience hopping. What is experience hopping? This is basically, so I've already done a video on it, but once you get your characters up to level 60, this is usable earlier as well. But really what you want is you want to get your runes that let you increase the amount of experience people get, right? Let's go switch gear. There should be like a rune of ascendance or something, a growth badge and ascendant badge, right? Growth moderately boosts experience gain, greatly boosts experience gain. So you want to use this, you want to use Eiyuden, and you want to use the growth badge. I guess this probably affects everybody. So if you have them both in the party, it probably helps even more. But the idea is it's called experience hopping because you get a lot more experience at lower levels than you do at higher levels. But characters always need 1,000 experience to level up. So you could be in a situation, like I have a YouTube short, you guys should be able to find that, where if you're like, you have a level 60 character and a level 45 character, the level 45 character might normally get 10,000 experience to go from 45 to 55. But if you have these doubling effects, then you have multiple of them on and they're all lined up, Instead of getting 10,000, they're going to get like 40,000 experience. So they're going to go from like level 45 to like level 85. They're going to jump over the character. So the character that was at level 60, they're going to be at level 60, you know, in 50%. They're going to be halfway through level 60, while this other character went from level 45 to 85 and completely leapfrogged them in experience. So if you find a spot where characters are not getting much experience, but you have some lower level characters that aren't way too low of a level, but maybe they're 10 to 15 levels lower, you can equip these experience doubling effects, equip Eiyuden and experience doubling support, and you can leapfrog over your characters to absolutely destroy the game. I'll try to put like a link or a tag or something or a card to that YouTube short, because that is the best demonstration of it. It's kind of annoying to go and do it right now. But you can see I got Wave in one of my videos from like level 50 to level 99 in a single combat, when my other character that was fighting didn't even gain a level, right? They were like level 60 something. They stayed at 60 something. Wave went all the way up to 99. So if you abuse experience hopping, you can make it really far. Now, it's not as viable before Eiyuden, but even with the growth badge, you could do it a little bit. You have to, it's all timing. It's like basically an exploit. It's the way the game is designed to work, but it's essentially an exploit because you are allowed to get a character way higher level than you're supposed to for the spot you're at, but you have to time it just right. But that's going to be it for today, guys. A couple tips from when I was playing, things that I thought other people might want to know or kind of learn. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Let me know if there's any other tips that you think are obscure, things that I didn't include, things that other people may not know. And kind of let me know what you're thinking. Anyway, much love for Platypus is for Platypus. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye!